In 1623, a string of murders plunged the city into confusion. The killer left no trace behind, and the victims, at first glance, appeared unrelated. Fast forward to present-day Venice, where another chilling crime has taken place. The murder of a notorious fortune-teller with a dubious reputation. What connects these two investigations separated by 400 years? Two eras, two mysteries, and two intertwined destinies form the backbone of this book's narrative. Venice itself is timeless, a city where history and secrets blur the boundaries of time and space. Its labyrinthine streets seem alive, playing tricks on those who dare to explore them. In this city of endless possibilities, even the most improbable events can unfold. Are you ready to unravel the secrets of Venice and uncover the identity of the killer? Open the book, but shh, swear to keep the mystery alive. Matteo Tommasini hurried home, trying to beat the encroaching darkness. His stomach had been empty all day, not even a crumb of bread to sustain him. Where would a poor student find money for food? But Marta, the housekeeper at the residence where he hoped to stay until he finished university, never denied him leftovers despite her grumbling threats to throw him out. December was bitterly cold, especially tonight. It was one of those Venetian nights when the water from the canals seemed to merge with the air, piercing through anyone brave or foolish enough to step outside. Their clothes soaked through, and slowly, the chill crept into their very souls. What could warm the soul better than the comfort of a hot meal settling in the stomach? Along the way, Matteo encountered no one. Occasionally an aristocrat hurried past, his cloak billowing as he rushed to a party where he would undoubtedly lose money gambling. Private gambling was illegal, yet many patricians squandered their fortunes recklessly. They were mockingly called Barnabotti, named after Campo San Barnaba, where housing prices were lowest in Venice. Some still held positions in the Maggior Consiglio, the governing body of the city, forcing the Senate to provide them with subsidized housing. Matteo did not shy away from his poverty. At least he hadn't gambled away his inheritance or sold his votes for favorable edicts like the Barnabotti. Just a few more hours, and the streets would come alive with apprentice bakers sent by their masters to open shop doors and light ovens. Soon after, waves of greengrocers and fishermen would arrive, warming themselves with a sip of wine before unloading boats around the bustling Rialto market. Matteo, Vo. "Why did I agree to drink with friends?" Matteo muttered, shivering so much that he started drinking just to stop trembling. He was only a couple of blocks from home now. Passing under a portico dimly lit by a flickering candle near a statue of the Madonna, he took a few more steps, and tripped over something heavy lying right at the base of the stairs. Leaning down to examine the object in the faint candlelight, Matteo froze. He found himself staring into two wide-open eyes and a protruding tongue. The face, contorted in a mask of terror, was etched into his memory forever. "Matteo, Vo." "Help!" he whispered, but his voice faltered. He tried again, squeaking the same plea in a high-pitched tone, then finally screamed, "Matteo! Vo! Help! There's a dead body here! Somebody help me!" Those who visited Venice in summer wouldn't recognize it in winter. Gone are the throngs of tourists from around the globe. Instead, biting drafts cut through coats and jackets, and the splashes carried by the wind bring little joy. You hurry across bridges, pressing close to the walls of ancient palazzos, an act that's perilous in itself. Everyone knows Venice is a city of falling angels. No, not fallen angels, as you might think. Venetian angels seem intent on crashing down from rooftops. And where does all the money collected by countless committees for restoring the city disappear to? No one knows. But it's during winter, amidst icy winds and occasional snowstorms blowing in from nearby mountains, that Venice reveals its true self, a side you'll never see in summer. The wind died down, and Sasha heard a whisper. Turning around, she saw a man in a long dark coat and hat standing a few steps away, gazing at the same archway she had been admiring. He didn't notice her. His gaze was fixed on the distance, where another universe seemed to open within the arch. When Venetians grow weary of the city and its rulers, they retreat to three secret places. Opening hidden doors, they escape to other worlds and stories. Something about the stranger exuded mystery, and Sasha, curious to see his face, hid in the shadows behind a column waiting for him to turn around. Suddenly, a long dark shadow glided across the water. Or perhaps it wasn't a shadow, it felt more like it materialized. Just moments ago, there had been nothing but the dark canal water and the faint glow of distant windows. Now, a gondola appeared, manned by two shadowy figures. One held what looked unmistakably like a sword, its blade flashing in the dim light of an old lantern. The figure bowed slightly. Figure Vo. "At your service, Lord of the Night," he declared before stepping into the gondola and disappearing beneath the arch. As the lamplight fell on his face, Sasha gasped. The infamous plague doctor's mask, the Medico della Peste, with its black beak and glassy eyes, concealed his features entirely. She squeezed her eyes shut, and when she opened them again, everything was gone. No gondola, no mysterious figure, not even the arch remained. Had she imagined it? She approached cautiously, peering into the spot where the stranger had stood moments earlier. There was nothing but water, and the faint outline of a gondola fading into the night. She hadn't fallen asleep on the cold street, had she? In truth, Sasha had long since stopped being surprised by the surreal nature of this incredible city. If three aristocrats could declare themselves medieval magistrates overseeing blasphemy cases, and ghostly figures with lanterns roamed poorly lit alleys like ancient Venetian lamplighters transported to modern times, why should men in gondolas wielding swords surprise her? Still, the memory of the masked figure lingered. What had he been called? Sasha, V.O. Master? No, Lord of the Night. Shivering, Sasha bolted, running aimlessly toward people and light. After all, Venetians still ventured out shopping in the evenings. Many Italians disliked Venice, viewing it as a city of witches, sorcerers, and dark mysticism. Recently, Countess Delalande had disparagingly referred to Venice as a woman of ill repute. But discussing such things on a sunny Tuscan villa balcony was far different from wandering alone in the twilight, with Christmas decorations lingering only on central streets. Sasha remembered once being enveloped by fog so thick she feared she'd vanish forever. And what of the masked figures carrying lanterns on dimly lit streets? What happened to the characters in that Venetian tale? With a sense of relief, Sasha followed her companions into the towering doors of yet another old palazzo.